So it's crazy to think it's been over 4 months since Apple released the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Today I want to talk about how Apple plans to change the iPhone forever in just a couple of weeks. I also wanted to revisit the new hardware, the new software experience with liquid glass, battery life, and battery health up to this point. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first thing I want to talk about is going from titanium on the iPhone 16 Pro Max over to aluminum on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Is there any major difference to talk about here? Now, the one thing I can say is obviously titanium is a much stronger metal, but it's also heavier, but it feels more premium to hold an iPhone 16 Pro Max, and durability wise, I feel like obviously titanium is going to be the better choice. Now, Apple switched over to aluminum due to thermals, but aluminum is lighter and also a lot weaker, so it can easily dent or bend if you drop your device, and if you're not using a case, you're definitely going to dent that new unibody aluminum on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. So if you were to ask me, I would love for Apple to go back to titanium, but I understand why they chose aluminum, and this device still looks very, very nice. Again, I've been using a case 90% of the time, which I think most users do. I've seen pictures online of users dropping their devices, even with a case, bending the aluminum frame. That has not been the case for me. I've dropped my device several times using the new ESR cases, which, by the way, before we continue, here's a quick word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by ESR. ESR Classic Hybrid Magnetic Case featuring reinforced air guard corners, raised edge protection with a 1.2 millimeter screen edge and a 2.4 millimeter camera edge, keeping your screen and your lenses protected and scratch free. This case offers the ultimate protection for your new iPhone 17. It's dual layer camera protection with a full cover camera bar plus zinc alloy camera guard, helping protect your camera while at the same time providing you with an adjustable stand ranging from 15 to 69 degrees for the perfect hands-free experience. ESR also offers the Ultra Fit Armor Pro screen protector with glass by Corning, the same glass supplier as Apple's cover glass for iPhone, delivering a dust-free and bubble-free application and giving you peace of mind with 10 times the impact absorption. The Ultra Fit tray ensures effortless alignment with a quick two-step application. Now, on-screen quality achieves just a 2.3 light reflection, delivering bright visuals, reducing glare, and more accurate colors. So make sure to check out ESR. Links, of course, will be in the description down below. Next, I want to talk about battery life, battery health, and thermal's overall performance with the new aluminum unibody and, of course, the new vapor chamber on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I have some good news to share with you guys. So the first thing I want to talk about is overheating. Have I experienced any overheating just using the device? The answer to that is no. Definitely the iPhone 17 Pro Max stays cooler than the previous iPhone 16 and iPhone 15 models. So due to the new vapor chamber, aluminum design, definitely stays a lot cooler when charging or using the device. I haven't encountered any overheating whatsoever, which is good news. Now, obviously, in terms of battery life and battery health, that's always going to come down on how you use your device. So far, 4 months in, let's go into the battery health section. I have 99% battery health after 4 months and 149 full charging cycles, which is about average in my opinion. So looking good so far in terms of battery health, thermals, charging, and even using the device. No overheating whatsoever. In terms of battery life, this is always going to come down on how you use your device. I do have to say on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, battery life has been pretty solid with iOS 26. Even after updating to 26.1 and 26.2, we've seen a lot of improvements with battery life. I get through my entire day without any issues. I get over 8 hours of on-screen time. But again, this is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Your experience may be a little bit different depending if you have the base model or the Pro, but not the Pro Max. So battery health overall and battery life has been pretty solid based on my experience. Next, I want to talk about liquid glass. Now, liquid glass has been one of those redesigns that some users really like and some users don't like as much. Now, the one thing I can say about liquid glass is that I like the fact that Apple continues to provide users with more control over the appearance. For example, we have this scrubber here on the lock screen that allows you to change the intensity of the clock and the liquid glass effect. Apple also has added additional options to settings under display and brightness, where you can go ahead and change the appearance of liquid glass, go from tinted to clear. So Apple continues to modify the software and give users more control over liquid glass in iOS 26. And I have to say that's definitely a good move here. Some users love it, some users don't like it as much. So giving users more options, I think it's a great move here. And I think Apple should do more of this. Now, personally, I like to add borders to my liquid glass just for visibility purposes purposes and look. But yeah, you can go ahead and modify the look of your Liquid Glass as well under the accessibility options. If you go here under display and text size, you can add reduced transparency and also increase contrast, and you add a darker Liquid Glass effect to your device if you don't like the Liquid Glass look. But overall, I think Liquid Glass is a great new UI, which I think Apple continues to evolve. And again, adding more options over time to control the look of Liquid Glass for customers, I think is the correct move here, and Apple continues to do so. So hopefully we'll see more of that. So overall, Liquid Glass versus iOS 18, I definitely prefer the Liquid Glass. So now let's talk about how Apple will change the iPhone forever and the way you use your iPhone in just a couple of weeks. Now listen to this. According to Mark Gurman, starting mid to late February, Apple will start testing the next version of Siri. Now we know that Apple and Google have joined forces, and Apple will be using Google Gemini Foundation models to power the next version of Siri, set to launch with iOS 26.4. But again, in just a couple of weeks, in mid-February, Apple will start testing this next version of Siri, which allows Siri to gain world knowledge to answer your questions, perform tasks on your behalf, remember past conversations, help you dig out files from your device, everything that we were hoping for. And this will change the user experience and how you use your device forever, and will change the iPhone forever. We've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. And again, starting mid-February, Apple will start testing this. It should launch with iOS 26.4, and I can't wait to get my hands on this next version of Siri. Let me know if you're looking forward to this. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.